Despite the cordial atmosphere in the White House last night in those meetings between President Trump, Zelensky and various European leaders, in addition to the head of NATO, people here in Ukraine, frankly, do not believe at all that Putin is serious about wanting peace. They say, despite this talk potentially of a face-to-face meeting between himself and the Ukrainian leader, despite this acknowledgement by Moscow now that Ukraine must have certain security guarantees provided for by the US, and despite any potential talk of a ceasefire, something that so far the Russians have said a flat no to, and that is consistent with what Trump wants, having changed his policy yet again, now forgetting about the ceasefire, he wants a more comprehensive, a fully comprehensive deal. They say that this just gives time for Vladimir Putin to rearm and prepare for taking more Ukrainian land. And people here also are distrustful of Donald Trump.
There is mixed reaction here in Moscow about the prospects of peace, especially after the meetings that were held in Alaska and subsequent meetings that have been held in Washington, D.C. between European and Ukrainian leaders. Many people here are of the view that this does give them a glimmer of hope that this conflict could come to a settlement. But there are lots of others who are skeptical about the possibility of peace because they imagine that the Russians are facing not just the Ukrainians, but the entire Western Hemisphere, the Europeans, the Americans, all out to get Russia. A message that has been hammered in by their political and military leadership. They believe that the military leadership has actually the upper hand when it comes to the battlefield, because every day you see hundreds of drones being shot down, lots of information about how the military is making gains in the battle arena and consolidating positions, and this talk about Ukrainians not being able to withstand the Russian advances. So there's mixed reaction, but there are a lot of people who are now hopeful that with this push by Washington to try and bring some sort of an agreement on the table, this war could actually come to an end.